right, our guest today left the glitter of Hollywood to live a simpler life. He is known as the cowboy philosopher. Welcome, author Carew Papritz. We are so happy you are here.
It is so great to be here on your set. Thank you so much for inviting me. I really appreciate it.
We've got to talk about your book because it is receiving numerous awards. So tell us about it. It's called The Legacy Letters.
The Legacy Letters, at its heart, is a love story about life.
Okay.
It's a series of deeply personal and very passionate letters that this father, who's never going to live to see his kids, writes as a practical, moral, and spiritual guidebook for them for the rest of their lives. And there's also a bit of a love story, too. He and his wife separated under these tragic circumstances, so there's this sense of forgiveness and redemption that goes along with the rest of the book, interwoven within these letters.
Wow. So at first, when I saw the book, I thought it was you writing to your children, but you're taking on this persona of this man who's writing this, which I think is a very interesting, of course, he's gotta be.
Yes, wiggled it, I mean, someone would say, is this autobiographical? And I say, well, you know what, writers write what they know, so yeah, absolutely.
Wow, and now we mentioned you left a film career in Hollywood so you could become a cowboy in Arizona. What inspired you to make that life change? I mean, that's a big change.
That's a big change, and I
Look
think
at you.
look at that guy.
We don't all ride our horses to
So tell us about that. Why make the change?
Fast-paced life, I think that's a real problem nowadays. You know, people are just trying to deal with that. Well, I dealt with it in a completely different way. I said, you know what? My soul is at stake here. I want to keep it alive. What do I need to do? I cut ties with Hollywood altogether, ended up on a small ranch, literally as a working cowboy, out in the middle of nowhere, and started writing this book. The pen picked itself up, and on the back of that pickup, and by lantern light and working, you know, I started writing a book. And so I just said, no more, slow down.
And this is perfect for the time of the topic of the show today, about taking me time. That was counterintuitive. You went in the opposite direction to really serve what you were needing. And look at the beautiful piece of work that came to serve so many millions of people.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you.
You know, so it's really counterintuitive.
So the writing happened out on as you were working as a cowboy?
Yes,
so this is prior to having your own family?
Exactly, yeah. Wow. And that's 99% of this book was written prior to having my own family.
Wow. And what's interesting is now parents in particular are saying they need the book now more than ever. Why is there this intense interest from parents?
Again, back to sort of the central life problem that I think we're all having, this fast-paced life that we live in. And I think parents are so afraid of this technology-drenched, social media life that our kids are getting wrapped up to and sucked up into, that we don't know whether they're going to learn these important ideas out there. And so parents are picking this up and going, oh, this is how you say thank you and please? This is how you work?
Imagine that.
Imagine that.
What I love about this, though, is it's a lot of things that you don't normally say out loud to your kids, but yet you're conveying it through these pages. And I was telling you that I lost my husband 19 months ago, and so he had the opportunity to create these videos that are sort of like what you did here, that are to my kids that they'll watch later on when they're teenagers or older. And, you know, I think it reminds us as parents to share these kinds of things with our kids while we have the opportunity to.
Are you receiving feedback that parents are taking this as an example and creating their own legacies?
Yeah, and I'll tell you a wild, quick story. At a bookstore signing the other day, this mother and this teenage son come by. He's on his cell phone. I say, whoa, whoa, whoa. And because I can say whoa.
No, you said whoa, 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 whoa.
So they
thought I'd narrate for you.
So they come down. I tell her about the story. She says, oh, that sounds interesting. I said, no, let's cut to the chase. I believe in this book. I believe in these words. I 100% guarantee that if you open this book to any page, you will turn the next page.
Ooh.
So she picks it up, turns. Oh, I said to the boy, you too. So he picks up his copy, he turn, and put it down, and that was it.
Carew, thank you.
Yes.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you
for
so
sharing
much. I
that.
really
If you
appreciate
guys
it.
want to get more information, head to www.thelegacyletters.com and bookstores nationwide. You just may see Carew riding in on his horse. You never know. Don't go anywhere. Emotional Mojo will be right back. Thank you.
Thank you.
Such a good sport.